Right, here we go. There's another wee cryptic story. If you can puzzle it out, just try and puzzle it out. It carries on from where my other story about my friend the bucket. It's along the same lines. This one's called An Age Gap. One day, I was out walking with my imaginary friend. Now, you know I've got lots of them, hundreds of them. I have heaps. They sit in my shoulders, my back. I have so many, some sit in my pockets. It's very embarrassing if I stop to speak to someone on the street and my pockets start moving. Well, not very nice, is it? Your pocket's going blub, 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 blub. I slap them to get them to stop wriggling, but no use. They wriggle and squirm. I give up usually and let them just rummage about inside my pockets. It doesn't look very good. It's like I'm walking about with mice in my pockets or something. No, I don't know. Anyway, I digress. While on my walk, I came to a clearing in Carney Woods. I sat down. A voice from nowhere says, "Hello, neighbour." Now I was flabbergasted. It was a talking age gap. Very cryptic. I told it that I couldn't fraternise with age gaps because it always gets me into trouble. So it does. I should just hang about with 100-year-old people like myself and be done with it. But a lot of these age gap people like to talk to me. Oh dear. Anyway, the age gap laughed. Sit a while. I have saw you speaking to a bucket, so surely you can spend a few minutes with an age gap. Well, we nattered and nattered and nattered some more. Finally, I says to age gap, "I have to go. My imaginary friends are getting jealous." I knew they were getting jealous because inside my pockets they were nipping me, and the ones that was sitting on my back were kicking my back with their little boots. One in fact was a fairy, but she had a habit of wearing stiletto heels. Stiletto heels? Yeah, I suppose it was. Things like stiletto heels. And she used to kick me in the back with them. It was very sharp. It really was. It was quite very... Only a tiny little wee... She was about... This little fairy, my imaginary friend, Fee Fum was her name. She was about this size, but the shoes must have been about tiny little things. But when she kicked you, it was like a mosquito bite. It really was sore. Anyway, I didn't like it. Anyway. you believe in it so far? It's true. Anyway, she laughed. It seemed strange watching an age gap laugh, but the sun shone bright, so I sat while imaginaries crept about and rummaged in the woods. Age gap told me that she could see them as well, and they were cute. No, that amazed me because no one's ever saw them before. They've read about them hundreds of times from me, but no one's ever said they saw them. But this age gap seemingly can see them. I told her if she could see them, she must be imaginary as well. She says, "I am no more imaginary than that bucket you talk to all the time," she said in a loud voice. What's a bucket got to do with it?" I mumbled. "I am that bucket." "I am that bucket. Well, I was yesterday, but now I am an age gap. We all need a change," says age gap, or bucket, whatever it was supposed to be nowadays. I mumbled that she was losing me with her words. Really, she was giving me the cryptic. She asked if I'd rather she was a bucket or an age gap. I couldn't answer. So again, it was all too cryptic for me. I was getting bamboozled. She walked off. No, she didn't. She didn't. I walked off, and she hurled abuse at me. She really was. I just heard her go, "Meep, meep, 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 meep." Oh dear, I'm not listening to this nonsense. I'm off. Anyway, I walked past where I last saw Bucket. It was still there. I kicked it as I passed. I shouldn't have kicked it, but I was totally annoyed with all this behind me. It was supposed to be coming from age gap stroke bucket. Anyway, if I saw the bucket sitting there, I couldn't help kicking it. I should have known what the hell was going on here between age gaps and buckets, both being the same. I really was starting to lose it. Anyway, I walked past where I last saw Bucket. It was still there. I kicked it as I passed. I knew I had lost the plot. I decided to head for a bus to take me to the mental hospital. It was overdue. Really was. Really was. But anyway, age gap popped out of the bucket, laughing, laughing like a hyena. She screams, "You silly fool! You always were a sucker for buckets and age gaps." Now what the hell's that supposed to mean? Anyway, my cryptic head finally exploded. It just went boom. I couldn't take it anymore. So once again, I'm back in this cell. Same cell. See, they've got my pictures from my old house. I'm back in Cornhill Hospital again. I could only presume. I've puzzled this lots and lots. Was it one thing or two things? Was bucket an individual in its own right? Was age gap an individual in its own right? Or really, was there two of them just one? That she was trying to say. But if the two of them were one, how could the age gap pop up with a bucket? That would make two, wouldn't it? I mean, one and one makes two, surely, doesn't it? Yeah, I agree, do we? Anyway, I'm on medication right now. Shouldn't say that. My head stopped exploding. I have to still to keep this hat on. Don't take it off, because if it explodes again, it's going to make a hell of a mess over the cell. Toodaloo, toodaloo. Oh, you stupid idiot, man. Buckets, stupid fool.